I can tell you one of my proudest moments as a police officer was when the sergeant of the tactical team called me inside and said, "You deserve this," and handed me Charles Albright to take to the squad car, the arrest of a serial killer. And it was emotional. I still get emotional thinking about it. One of the deputy constables, he overheard us talking about Albright. He said, "Wait a minute, I know that name." He had said he'd received a tip from a female several weeks before that said she knew an individual, used to date him. He became increasingly violent, that he had a fascination for eyes, and that she even knew that he had X-Acto knives. She gave the deputy the name. The suspect she called about was Charles Albright. Within a couple of keystrokes, it was easy to determine that Charles Albright was the son of Frederick Albright.
I had a funny feeling inside very quickly. He had multiple charges. He'd been to prison. I was able to pull his picture.
In the picture, we saw a 57-year-old man with salt and pepper hair, an athletic build, and olive-colored skin. That almost exactly matched the description that Brenda White had given us.
When I saw that, I had chills up and down my spine. I said, "That's him. I got him."
Police have a name for their suspect, the man who may be responsible for leaving his terrifying mark on 3 victims.
We found out that he had an overnight job as a part-time newspaper delivery man, which would excuse him from his house during the wee hours. We were certain that we were on the right track. The detective in charge asked me to go to Brenda White and present a photo lineup with Charles Albright's picture. We met Brenda White, and as soon as I presented that photo lineup to Brenda White, she said, "That's him," without any hesitation.
My partner and I decided to show Veronica Rodriguez a lineup. She identified him also as the person that she escaped and got away from. Once we had 2 positive identifications on Albright, we contacted the tactical squad and told them that we had warrants and that we were going to run them at a residence on El Dorado in Oak Cliff. It was after midnight, probably 2 o'clock in the morning. Officer Smith and her partner were there, 2 FBI agents. There were probably 8 or 9 SWAT officers. That's when we told the SWAT people we were ready to go. They threw flashbangs through 2 windows.
The Dallas SWAT team surrounds the house of Charles Albright, the man suspected of killing 3 women and expertly removing their eyes.
Once we got the signal that everybody was in position, the house was breached, stun grenades were thrown in, literally blowing the suspect out of his bed.
He didn't offer any resistance, and his girlfriend didn't offer resistance. Took them both outside and split them up.
I escorted his living girlfriend out of the house. She was a middle-aged lady. She was visibly shaken and had no idea what was going on. I gave her a cigarette, calmed her down because she had just been through utter hell. And the next thing I saw was Charles Albright in red bikini underwear. And then they brought him over to me and they said, "Officer Williams, is this the guy?" And I said, "Yes, that's him."
I can tell you one of my proudest moments as a police officer was when the sergeant of the tactical team called me inside and said, "You deserve this," and handed me Charles Albright to take to the squad car, the arrest of a serial killer. And it was emotional. I still get emotional thinking about it.